The home run, man. What did that mean to get the first one in this stadium?
I mean, it was a pretty cool feeling. I definitely didn't think it was going to be me. I mean, we have a pretty stacked lineup, but I don't know. It was kind of tough. I kind of blacked out a little bit running around the bases. I was not expecting to do it, so it was just a big surprise.
Well, kind of walk through the at bat. What did you hit there? What did you see?
It was a fastball away, and Matt and Robin and I have been working on trying to stay through the ball a lot more, and I guess it started working out for me right there. So which is a good thing.
And for either one of you guys, what does it mean today to finally get to open this place and play a game? And you've been practicing here for a while, but to get fans in here and finally play.
Man, it was awesome. It was so cool all day long. I don't know. Today was weird, Last week we obviously opened up against Wichita State and you think you get those jitters out, but today I woke up with a whole different kind of jitters. It was crazy, and it was awesome for it to finally happen. Last year was tough. We were a week away from playing TCU in here. It would have been a packed house, and although it wasn't packed tonight, it was about as good as it could get.
That's Cade Cabbiness.
Cade Cabbiness. Second inning, the 5-run second inning, that kind of loosened things up. You talk about the nerves and everything.
Say that again.
Did that second inning of the 5 runs that kind of loosen things up with the nerves?
I think so for the whole team. Those first going out there in a new stadium like that, it can be overbearing. I don't know, almost in a sense. But I think Josh talked to us about it earlier today. He was like, just go out there. We're not going to get overhyped for this. We're just going to go out there and play good baseball. And I think, like you said, once that inning started getting going, I think everyone was like, a deep breath and was like, all right.
11 million is the real number.
Awesome. Thanks, fellas.
Hey guys, at the same time, coach remembers he was just a baby, but when they opened the old stadium, they got beat by Missouri. And there's some people that never forgot that. So did you feel that kind of overwhelming pressure that, hey guys, we got to stay cool, but we got to win this game?
I mean, yeah, of course you want to open a stadium off right. You don't want to start it off with a losing streak. So, I mean, in the back of my mind a little bit, yeah, it was there, but I was just trying to, like Josh was saying, play good baseball. I mean, do all the little things correctly, and at the end of the day, if you do that correct, you're going to win. So.
Now, there weren't many things that went wrong. I mean, starting with that 5-run, take me through the 5-run in bottom of the second.
Do you want it? I didn't hit there.
No, it was good. It was a good inning. I think, like I was saying earlier, it took us a minute to just kind of get settled in, but once you get in there and get going, I mean, things started clicking. I mean, it was Monday. I mean, our offense was looking good, and I think I think we have a really good offense. So I think it was just a matter of getting out there and just rolling, get going a little bit. And once we got one run in there, loosened up a little bit, and everyone just, like I said, took a deep breath and started going.
One last question for me. He's done it once, but he came in and just pitched to the last hitter tonight. How powerful is it watching Brett Stanley close games? It looks like he's going to have that role, and he's looking pretty good with it.
I think you guys are going to get to see throughout the year. To answer your question directly, it's awesome. Everyone loves Brett. Brett is the biggest energy guy we have on the team. You love seeing Brett go out there because he's going to perform every time. He's going to give it his all. You don't have to worry about that. And but I think as the year goes on, you guys are going to be pretty shocked to see how many guys we're going to be able to roll out there, and you're going to be like, dang, like that guy's good. We have a good pitching staff, so I'm excited for it.
You guys have played a million games in all sorts of parks in your lives with all sorts of lighting. The lights here seem unbelievable to me. I mean, we're in the press box. You can clearly see the activity in the bullpen, right? So I just wonder what it's like defensively and to see the ball off the pitcher's hand with this kind of light.
I know at night when the lights are actually on, we've only been out there a few times. We went out there a few times, in the fall that we've played under the lights, but the lights are incredible. They're so bright, but they point straight down. They're not right out in your face. So That's awesome. The beginning of those games, it's a little tougher. Those shadows are no joke out there. But once that sun gets down behind the press box, it's money. The park's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so Alex got that first home run. Cade, you got that first hit. What was that like?
Well, it was a little extra special for me, I guess, because I actually got a hit today. So that was that was nice. I had a tough start to the weekend, but it was good. You know, I felt good. I felt comfortable rolling out there. I didn't actually even know it until they threw the ball back to the dugout. I had no idea. I figured we'd already gotten a hit by then. So, but it was a really cool moment. It was awesome. It'll be something really cool to look back on.
Alex, in your bio, it says your favorite baseball memory is Trevor Boone's home run. Does this home run top it?
Oh man, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, that one was that's a tough question. I would still say Trevor Boone is still probably my favorite home run, just because I love the kid to death. He's to this day still one of my best friends, and you know, I can only wish well for somebody. So I would still say that's probably the best one.
Yeah, Alex, they talk about the home run a lot. How important was it for you guys to hit the first home run? Did you guys talk about that? Was there any extra pressure that you know, it wasn't an opponent hitting the first home run in the stadium?
Well, see, so that was the thing. Like after I hit it, I went out to, and then that the first baseman for the other team hit his home run, and I was out there thinking, I was like, I didn't really think about this, but if he would have hit that before mine, 1 second, sorry, hold on. Oh, sorry, I thought I had to sneeze, but like it kind of, I think I would have been pretty upset about it. I would have been pretty angry, just because like you don't want to let another team roll in here and take, you know, the thunder from like the home team, I guess. So yeah, I guess all in all, I would have been pretty upset if he would have hit his first.
I think that ball ended up in their bullpen. Do you know what happened to it after that?
I'm not sure. I don't know if like they gave it to him or what exactly happened, but I have no idea.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Anything else player-wise? Josh is wrapping up radio, so if you guys are free to let the players go, we'll do that.
Yep. Thank y'all.
And we'll wait on Josh.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. I'll let him sit down and talk to you guys. Yeah. Okay.
What's up, Josh?
Jacob, how are you?
Good. Hey, got any? I mean, start with your opening thoughts on opening this stadium up.
Well, I mean, my first thought is very glad it was a victory. I think so important to you know, not only open the stadium but establish a presence, and you know, to win the first game here, it meant a lot. It was important. Don't want to shy away from how meaningful that is. Secondly, I was pleased with how we played. Good pitching, some really good infield defense. Obviously, we have a big inning. The 5 spot was good. And then we were on the verge in some other innings of maybe opening that thing up. We were one swing away from putting a pretty big gap between us. But Little Rock has some good arms, some good athletes. They gave us some really good looks, some lefties on the mound that we needed to see that'll make us better as we go. And I thought it was a well-played game, tremendous crowd, and just a lot of firsts, you know, just a day that I'll never forget.
Gosh, you do a good job of managing the game. Were you able to kind of soak it in? Did you take a few moments every once in a while and just say, wow?
Yeah, probably about 30 minutes before first pitch, there wasn't much going on, and the ballpark was starting to fill up, and I walked around a little bit to just take it in a little, you know, and saw some friendly faces to wave to and say hello to, and enjoyed listening to the players talk about, you know, just what was going on, and lots of smiles, lots of grins, a lot of happy kids, man. That's a great thing to see. There was a lot of joy present in our group before the game, and I think during the game, just taking in all the first moments, you know, the first run scored, the first hit, the first home run. first chance for the crowd to make themselves felt. I think the folks in right field probably did that. I could hear them creating some atmosphere out there in right field, especially when the ball got hit out there. Excited that Cade got the first hit and Alix got the first home run. Those are two kids that are back in their fifth year that made the decision to return to Oklahoma State for a lot of good reasons. But I think playing in this ballpark was one of the overriding factors as to why they came back. And to see those guys kind of register some first, that's pretty fitting, I think, for all things that we've been through. So I took in as much as I could. I sensed a few times getting emotional, so I shut it down, and we'll choose to revisit that later on.
You mentioned the big inning, Josh. How big was that for the nerves and everything to kind of get going there?
Yeah, it's always good. I think it always helps when you get the first run, but then when you can get 5, I think it kind of puts the other team on their heels. They have to be pretty courageous to fight back from a 5-run deficit. It wasn't a particularly offensive day with the wind blowing in out of the north like that. I was fascinated, though, to see the ball carry a little bit to the right field corner. If you hit it into the wind, it pushed it across. So that was interesting to see that prevailing northwest wind will still create a little bit of home run opportunity to right. There really was no home run opportunity to left or center. That was interesting. I thought the shadows early in the game were difficult. The 4 o'clock start, you could see the ball was tough to pick up. Both pitchers were a little dominant in the first 2 innings in terms of the strikeouts. But every time we come out here, we learn and we figure out how we've got to prepare to play even better at home and master the great new baseball nuances this ballpark provides.
Is there a way to adjust to the shadows?
Yeah, I'm not super strong when it comes to the whole sun and daylight savings time. People tell me the shadows will move as we go here. I think the toughest part is when the pitcher's in the sun and the batter's in the shade, because the ball seems to disappear just briefly as it enters into the hitting space. But, we have a real stadium now. This isn't a ballpark. It's a real stadium. And it's like my brother says, they get shadows all over major league stadiums. You just have to figure out how to pick up the ball. And so this is a really fun new part of seeing the ball and then playing in a more just a true stadium where you have a second deck and a little different shadow creeping in. So it's pretty cool. I mean, to see this place with the lights on, we only flipped the lights on 3 or 4 times prior to this, so we've not seen it at night a whole lot either. So this is also pretty cool to be under the lights.
What did you think of Justin today on the mound?
That was good. His fastball control wasn't what it's going to be, but he managed himself good. The double play ball he got after the bases were loaded, nobody out, was obviously pivotal, huge piece of the game. And then he gave us 4 solid innings. His pitch count was right at about 75, so we don't want to push any of these guys a whole lot further than that their first time out. And then we had good arms waiting in the bullpen. And so I felt like he did his job. He handled the excitement of the first game, gave us a good start, and then the guys behind him threw well.
Hey, Josh, I know it wasn't full capacity here for you guys, but how significant was it for you to be able to share this moment with the fans that were?
Very significant. I can't tell you how many just amazing fans and great OSU people have been waiting for this right alongside us, who have been with us through the disappointment last year of not getting to be in here, but understood it. And then we're once again behind us tonight. We're thrilled they were here. For those that didn't or couldn't join us, we hope to get you here soon. I know there's lots of loyal fans that weren't able to get into the limited capacity crowd, and we want to see you whenever those ticket opportunities present themselves. So to everyone that was with us here, thank you. To those that listened and watched, thank you as well. And there'll be plenty of opportunities this spring to get out here and get your first taste of this beautiful field. So the fans are everything. It can be such a game changer for college athletes when the crowd becomes just an integral part of your home field advantage. So I thought it felt pretty I thought there was good energy in the park, and I can only imagine what it would be like one day when it's full.
Josh Nolan, he was 2 for 4 today. He drew a walk. He drew a couple walks the other day. He got hit by a pitch the other day. The guys have kind of talked about his maturity for being so young. What does that say about his plate maturity that he's able to draw those walks this early in his career?
Nolan's actually much better in games than he is practice. His game pitch recognition has been very, very good. his poise has always been present, but his in-game recognition of pitches is much better than it was in practice. His base running instincts in the games have also been very, very high level. I think there's a lot of competitive edge about him, and the game has kind of showcased that to this point. He's a talented player, especially considering that, he spent probably 80% of his time this fall with the football team and the quarterback, developing quarterback position. So he's a talented athlete and a really good competitor, and the players have a lot of respect for him already.
One of the weirder trivia questions from the day will be Golda getting hit in the head as the first batter for Oklahoma State. I assume he's all right. And kind of that's an odd way to start the thing.
Yeah, scary way to start things, that's for sure. He's okay. Knocked a pad off the chin protector of his helmet, but yeah, again, like I said, it's a little bit of a tough look at 402, 415. It's a little shadow driven right there, so the ball disappears momentarily. So just glad it was able to catch the back of his helmet and not get him any more flush on the skin.
Thanks, Josh.
You're welcome.
Josh, it's been almost a year since basically all NCAA sports were canceled during the spring. With the time you and the team has had to wait to actually play in this stadium, has it been basically worth the wait to finally be in it now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think really anybody had a choice. You understood that there was a much bigger thing going on in the world than college athletics, and so you just had to be strong, understanding what you're up against, knowing that this was way bigger than sports. But then when school started in August, there was going to be a chance to play, and that was the motivation we needed. It was the kind of that carrot that kept everybody going, and I'm very thankful Coach Holder allowed our team to move into this facility in August. It's been a huge pick-me-up all year for us to be here. It's given us a chance to get used to this ballpark more than, say, had we not been here. And it's been a real gift to us. I think it was that bright light that got this program and all these young athletes re-going again in August after what proved to be, March through July those were tough times for everybody. And so this was the pick-me-up in August that our program needed, and the leadership that allowed this to happen, that cared enough about baseball at Oklahoma State to make this happen. Is they don't get enough credit. It's a fantastic gift to the kids that play here, and just great leadership for us to be able to be here. And I appreciate Coach Holder and everybody that works so hard to make this really happen.
Hey, Coach, I was wondering if you could describe the pregame moment being out there with Mr. O'Brate when he threw out the first pitch.
Yeah, I just told him just how much we appreciated, and that, God gave us a beautiful day for this. The sun was shining, and just told him, this is something I'll never forget, and that his generosity has created a new place for so many memories to occur. And, he's such a kind man, and really moved by how much this has meant to him. You can see it in his face. This was a big deal to him, and he's not afraid to show it. And just really glad that he gets such a sense of pride coming here and seeing this ballpark that bears his name. And I think you're going to see him here at a lot of games, because I think he really cares about what's going on here. So he's very invested. And if you can just share with someone how grateful you are, that's what we try to do every time we see him. It's just tell him how much we appreciate it. You can't say thank you enough. And that was pretty cool.
Any other questions for Josh? All right, appreciate you guys.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.